Hey guys, I just want to talk really quick, okay? I just finally finished filming my Science of the Dead shit. I had a bunch of stuff going on last night. I'm not here to talk about Science of the Living Dead, but because I just did this entire fucking video, as I was going through it, I wanted to kind of talk about the original Romero Dead trilogy. I'm going to go through kind of each movie quickly and discuss what I like about it and why I think they work so well even in today's world of film and movies and cinema, because I think these films still need to be studied, and I don't think enough people that aren't like, you know, film nerds or like part of the horror community actually talk about. So that's what I'm here. Yep, that's what I'm here to do. So first thing I want to say with Night of the Living Dead, okay, I have not a connection to the films, but I have a connection to the filmmakers. We all know George Romero is the director of all three of Night, Dawn, and Day, and even Land and Survival and all that, but I'm just talking about Night, Dawn, and Day here. George Romero is the director of Night of the Living Dead still, and I also grew up in the area where it was filmed, so because of that, I ended up, when I went to film school, the film school I went to was John Russo's film school, and John Russo is he's one of the writers. He was heavily involved with the production of the original Night of the Living Dead. He's written the book on it. John A. Russo, I think his name is, if you look him up. So I've known him and Russ Streiner for a very long time because they were my mentors in my film school, so it was a fucking honor to have the guys involved in the original 1968 Night of the Living Dead, you know, they, like, looking at my work and like loving what I do, giving me criticism and just like mainly like telling me I did a really good job, and I was like really flattered. And like I saw these guys in 10th grade when I went to go tour the school. I was in 10th grade in high school. And, you know, I was like looking for colleges to go to, and I found the John Russo movie making program at one of the colleges that doesn't fucking exist anymore. But it was just so great. The people I was around, most of them, some of them were fucking pricks, you know. And here's another thing I fucking hate. Just a quick side rant. The film making community in general, they're fucking scum. I was on Facebook and I saw this guy was like talking about trying to get funding for a movie. He was a little naive, but like, you know, I went through the same shit. And then you just get laugh emojis and people fucking making fun of this guy. Like, there's no fucking camaraderie in the filmmaking community. It's always a fucking competition. And, you know, there's a little bit of that in film school. But anyway, that's my little bit of a rant there. But Night of the Living Dead, okay? That's my connection to that is John Russo and Russ Streiner. Both great fucking people. I still try and keep in contact with them every now and then. So yeah, that's why I have a really close connection to the whole Dead trilogy, and especially Night of the Living Dead, because John Russo would always talk about it, and he would, you know, the tips and everything. But what I really like about Night of the Living Dead is the fact that it's the entire Dead trilogy does this too, but especially in Night of the Living Dead, it's like, oh, they are all panicked. It's like, it's the very beginning of this outbreak, and it's very like, even after COVID especially is like where I really like get into this. I'm like, holy shit, like all of these movies do this too, because you have Night of the Living Dead, everyone's just kind of like freaked out. They're all kind of helping each other out, but then you have some assholes that are like acting one way while the other guys are trying to fucking keep shit safe. And then once they're bunkered in, every time, it's always about isolation. It'll always lead to it. And so in Night of the Living Dead, you have Ben's the main character. And at the time, I think it was like one of the first like black protagonists in a film, or just black main characters in a film. And Ben's character is just trying to keep everyone together. He's trying to keep everyone alive. And then you have these fucking assholes, dude, that are just like, they're really fucking delaying the inevitable here, and it's really frustrating, but it really shows like separation of people in society. And at the time, that was a jab at like racism at the time. So like movies were always woke in some sort of way at some point. Okay, so don't say this movie's woke, but you know what I mean. Now that's why I love that, because of the human interaction, and you get more of that in Dawn of the Dead. It's more expanded, and at this point in the infection, or the not infection, just like the undead rising, this is where you start to see the societal collapse all around, and you start to hear about the misinformation. I talk about a lot of this in my Science of the Dead video as well, but like you start to see the collapse of society. You see how people are acting, how they're afraid, how they're, you just see the worst in people in these movies. And it's no different in Dawn of the Dead. And they go there, they're at the mall, and they think they're safe at the mall, so they get comfortable and they let their fucking guard down, and then and the zombies aren't even the worst part. It is the people. I mean, look what happens to the dude on the fucking poster, the one who sits up. I can't remember his name. I'm actually watching this as soon as I'm done posting this video too. I have the awesome collector's edition. It's got, oh, by the way, Dawn of the Dead has like 4 fucking versions of the movie. And I have, the theatrical, the extended, the foreign version. And oh man, this is one of my most prized possessions, by the way. Dawn of the Dead has always been one of my favorites. Like, since I was a kid, I rented this at the Jimmy Stewart Library in Indiana, PA. Fucking had a great time with it, and I fell in love with it since. And I was like, I might have been like 12, 13 years old, but I loved it. So Dawn of the Dead's that, and yeah, you deal with the more widespread. And then Day of the Dead we get into, which I love Day of the Dead. People don't like Day of the Dead, but I love it because of, like, we're seeing like how mentally fucked up people get when they're isolated and stuck in a fucking underground bunker with no fucking way out, and they're stuck together for long periods of time. It's just like the zombies are not the antagonists of this franchise. It's the people of the franchise that are the antagonists. And they're always the ones that fucking make everything crumble and make everybody fucking, like, they're the ones that end wherever they are, where they feel safe at the time. And so you have the farmhouse. They're safe until they're not, because of some fucking assholes doing some dumb shit. Dawn of the Dead's the same way, and it's because it's not just because of the main character's incompetence, but it's also because of the fucking bikers. You don't want to fucking be held up in a fucking mall during an apocalypse because everyone's got the same idea. You're not the only one who's got this idea. There are going to be others. And then you have underground bunkers, which, you might not, a lot of people don't know about where these secret underground bunkers are, but so that's why, you take the enemy of humanity underground, and we start to see psychologically everybody break down, and how we end up becoming our worst enemy. It's not the zombies in the end of these franchises that are the bad guys. They're just animals. It's like no different than the shark from Jaws, okay? He's just, just shark from Jaws is scary, but it's still just, they're animals. Like, they're working on instinct. They're not really the villains of the story, especially, like, the zombies are just animals. And it's kind of like an animal cruelty type of situation where it's like, we're just slaughtering them. There's no mind, blah, blah. It's like, yeah. So a lot of messages in these movies that I really love. And you also have some really standout zombies in all 3 of these. Like, you have the girl with the shovel in Night of the Living Dead. You have several different zombies. There's so many iconic zombies in Dawn of the Dead. I can't even name one off the top of my head, except maybe the one who gets shot in the when they're fueling the helicopter scene. But there's so many other ones too in that one. But like the standalone one, my favorite one of this trilogy is fucking Bub. I love Bub, and it's funny because I didn't used to like Dawn of the Dead. I didn't used to like Day of the Dead, okay? But over time, watching all 3 of these in a row, I always go back between Dawn and Day as my favorites. If I'm watching Night of the Living Dead, I prefer Tom Savini's just because I like what they kind of do. They change it up a bit. It's in color, obviously, and you have a colored version of the original as well. Not colored in that way. Calm down. But, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, there's so much fun to be had with these original 3 movies and even the remakes of the first 2. Don't watch the Day of the Dead remake from like 2005 or 6. That's fucking awful, and it's just made for TV bullshit. But yeah, other than that, great great trilogy, and Land of the Dead's not bad either, but I'm not going to talk about that one. It's not great, it's not bad, but hey, that's all I got for today. I love zombies. What do you guys think?